What's up, everyone? It is your boy Anime Alex coming here back with another anime review, and this time it's going to be on Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest. Um, now I know a lot of people are going to be mad at this chapter, and I will not lie, I was a little bit disappointed. I mean, I kind of predicted the outcome, and so I'm not like grr about it like how I was like towards the end of the main series, but like I was just kind of like at least at least there was some form of sacrifice. And what I mean by sacrifice, we will get to that uh in a little bit. Okay, so the chapter starts off Natsu waking up from a blackout. Now, here's the first part that I was mad at. When Natsu wakes up, his arms are completely fine. When we saw that after Igneous Flame power up dissipate, like just disappears, Natsu's arms were like burned and like it seemed like his skin was just melting off and stuff. I was like, dang, maybe Natsu will be out of commission for like a decent while and someone else has to pick up the slack of fighting, which, lets other people do stuff. But no, apparently Wendy was able to heal Lucy's burns and Natsu's burns, and I'm all like, oh yeah, very convenient. Wendy's here. God dang. Oh my god, Wendy's recovery magic is so broke right now. Her support spells are like really broken right now. But in before that whole ordeal, we have in before that whole ordeal, we have like Lucy or Lucy was complaining about Natsu about burning her, and then Natsu realizes that she's not burned, yada yada yada. Lucy announces that Wendy healed her, and thus we can figure out Wendy healed Natsu's arms. He was just wondering what happened. Gray was, I think Gray talked to him a bit, just like for like one short panel, and then we flip over to the townspeople, which apparently the townspeople were actually human all along, and Marcophobia put a spell on them since he couldn't control his powers anymore and he was flooding the city. He put a spell on them to turn into fish anytime the city got flooded so they wouldn't, die. So cool on him. The townspeople, oh my god, the townspeople seem very wishy-washy. They were like, yay! They were all like, yay! We live! And then they go like, oh, yeah, you killed your leader, to, oh yeah, our leader was running rampant and was about to kill us. And they were so like emotionally like confused because they're like on one end they were happy that they didn't die and they got saved, but then on the other end the people that saved them killed their leader, uh, and they were like so they were kind of, I guess, angry at them. And then on the other hand, they realized that their leader was kind of about to kill them, so they become like confused and sad because like they just don't know who to root for in this situation. But then Camille, I think that's her name, the water god dragon's assistant, comes to them and explains the whole situation, how he lost his power, like lost control of his powers, yada yada yada, and how he couldn't control them anymore, and he didn't mean to um, cause them any harm. And then she told them the story about how he turned them into fish to protect them and stuff like that. And the crowd all just cheers like, yeah, we knew he wasn't bad. And it was just like, god dang, these people's emotions are wishy washy. So after that whole ordeal, they hear a voice. And then out from the next few panels, Mercrophobia like walks up to them like completely like just injured on a crutch. I don't know how he got the crutch, but he was just injured. And I'm all like, you know, a lot of people think it's like, oh, and like, oh, now I'm not mad that he died, but a lot of people are mad that he didn't die because oh it's fairy tale, they don't kill people, even though that's not really the whole major thing, and they do kill people, but it's most likely it's been Urza doing the killing to her enemies because she wields swords and whatnot, and like evil villains killing off other evil villains because it's to make them get more hyped. But besides the point, or I guess we can consider that fairy tale did kill Tartarus, like executed Tartarus. So Wendy got caught a body. Lox has caught a body. Pretty sure Lox has caught a few bodies in the story, anyways. Um, Pretty sure Jalal caught a body. Yeah, Jalal killed off fucking Simon. Gray and Natsu helped kill. God, what was his name? The leader of the Tartarus. Mardgeir, yes, thank you. It's been a minute, and Mardgeir was really cool. He was really badass. I miss Mardgeir, but anyways, and Gajil Katabani and all that stuff. So it's like, all right. So I understand death isn't the point, and looking if you look at it from a logical standpoint, would you really want Mercuphobia to die? Because if he died, that would have meant Natsu at that point with the whole power up, Ignium power up, had enough power to kill a god dragon, which are supposed to be some really strong beings, and he basically near damned killed them 1v1 because the other people were just a minor inconvenience to him. So would you really want Natsu to have all that power or showcasing all that potential power as of right now and wasting away a god dragon, or would you want the god dragon to at least live to show that Natsu still has a ways to go before you know fighting Ignia? Because if that was the whole bam, I knocked out a water dragon god slayer with igneous flames, why didn't Natsu be like, hey yo, just like let me catch that power up and we can run that fade right now, like come on. Like it then that would just be an inconsistency, and then that would just mean that the other god dragon gods would be kind of pushovers. And why do I have and so that's why I'm not mad at Mercophobia. The part that's really confusing is how he says he has no magic anymore. Like he has zip, no magic whatsoever. Now, he has no magic, but I thought these people were like, you know, okay, I guess let's take it all the way back to the second arc, the Phantom Lord arc, and how they say, like, since Makarov was magic deficient, they say that if you run zero on magic, then your life is done. So Shelia ran out of magic, but it was later showcased that she retained a little bit of magic, which kind of defeats the point of her sacrifice, kind of. But then again, she's not at her level, and I don't even think she has like Wind God Slayer magic anymore. So I guess that's okay, but she can't be as strong as she was, yada yada yada, unless like after this whole like ordeal in this whole 100-year-old arc thing, she trained up to get back to where her spot is, which would be completely and utterly BS. But that's besides the point. So Sharia manages to live despite having no magic, I guess, even though it showcases that she has that like really tiny sliver of fraction of health. Like she should have just been mana deficient and really sick afterwards, unless like when and then I guess we showcase Wendy healing her, yada yada yada, just so she doesn't die. And so I was like, okay, that's that. And then Marcophobia has no mana, like no like magic anymore, and he's completely a okay. Besides, just limping because which are mainly that's just physical injuries instead of like I guess you can consider magic deficiency internal injuries because you're supposed to be sick. But no, this man is like completely, hey man, let me just heal off tis but a flesh wound. Let me just shrug off these hits, and I'm gonna be a-okay. I'm gonna just lead my town. He says that he's gonna lead his town as a normal human being, since he has no magic. But here's the second part that kind of irks me. That makes no entire sense. Now, we can say the first point of magic deficiency is supposed to killing you got retconned. Fine. I can shrug my head to that. The second thing that just I can't unfathom is that they said the god dragons or the dragon gods, whatever they are, the pentadrakes, were all dragons. They just had a human form. Like, these people weren't humans turned into dragons. Like in the case of Acnologia, these people were dragons that just took a human form because they exclaimed that all dragons or powerful dragons gets to the point where they can assume a physical form, like just a human form, which kind of like is really weird because I thought that was the whole point of the Dragon Slayers is for like humans to get the power of dragons, but I guess dragons could turn into humans, whatever. But anyways, so if he has no magic anymore, why can't he? Why doesn't he just turn back into a dragon? What? Like, why doesn't? If he has no magic, like I would assume dragons turning into humans would require magic, and if he doesn't have any magic anymore, why isn't he just in his actual like dragon god state? Um, like that kind of bogs my mind a bit. Unless like it takes no magic for them and they could just do it because that's just a species thing, which is okay. But still, what happens if he just turns back into a dragon? Does he just turn back into a dragon without any magic? So he's just, sup guys, I'm just gonna turn into a dragon and just use my physical might at that point. Like, I have no magic anymore. So brain kind of blown on that one. That my brain's trying to process that. Anyways, so past the whole little reunion kind of thing, having that little story arc bit with the water god dragon slayer, water god dragon, whatever you want to call him, is wrapped up. We in a couple more panels, a page over or so, we go to and see and check on our old friends Diabolos and the dragon eaters, the Gen 5 dragons, which in my opinion is a really, really, really cool idea, but that's besides the point. And we catch a glimpse at their guild master, which really looks like the old guild master for Sabretooth, only like crossed with a gnome face. Is that just me? Or do I really just see Giemma like this is the second coming of Giemma? Like, this man has the same build and probably like almost nearly identical hairstyle and with beard. It's just he doesn't have those weird eyes like Giemma did. And like what was his name? Like what was his name again? Like, I kind of breezed past it, and I had no mind of it. I breezed past it, and I just kind of paid no attention to it because I was just laughing. I was just laughing because he literally looks like a rehash of the whatever Sabretooth's old guild master. That was really lame AF. Also, before that all happened, back at Magnia Dragon, where the old guy that gave them the 100-year quest, he was just looking at a like this little portal looking thing. I don't even know, something magical, but it shows that one of the seals have been broken. And so yeah, but it's all like you're supposed to seal but here's another thing. You're supposed to seal the dragons, but they didn't seal the dragons. The dragon just kind of like not got mana anymore. So I guess like it it only I guess like death, sealing, or them running out of magic fully is like three things that are ways to defeat them. So whatever, that I guess that counts. Anyways, by the way, this man literally took like the Dragon Eater's guild master literally took a piece of meat and like crushed it. I like crushed it and drank the juices of it. I have no idea if this is like a magic ability where he can like wring out juices out of things, kind of like Smoothie from One Piece. But like, I don't know. That's just a weird ass way to eat it. Also, D also Diabolos is the mage guild where like the Dragon Eaters are like the Dragon Eaters are a part of the mage guild Diabolos, not a Diabolos as the skeleton dude thing. I don't know, but whatever. Anyways, so their guild master is just talking to them, saying, "Yeah, we never heard a fairy tale before," which notably because they live in Giltina, like Diablos is stationed in Giltina, which is the northernmost continent, and Ishgard is the easternmost continent, so they wouldn't know really them. And Alakatasia, if that's how you say it, is the westernmost continent. So, anyways, and here's another thing. The skeleton dude. God dang, like. I'm sorry, but the even though the Dragon Eaters are a really cool idea, it just feels like that when we met them, it was kind of way too fast, and it really just felt like it was way too fast, and I didn't really catch their names, or their names weren't really mentioned often. They were only like said once, and that was it. So I'm sorry if I'm forgetting like these names. Like, yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not remembering these names to the best of my abilities. But yes, their guildmaster's name is George Riezin, and the dude that he was talking to was Scullion Raider, which the last name Raider, like the Skull dude. He has a really dumb name. He's basically Skeletor. But yes, Scullion. The reason why I say that George has the ability to like wring out juices like Smoothie is because Scullion literally says that, or in the text bubble says that there's a limit to how much you can wring out of meat. So I'm thinking that this dude, has the ability to wring out and like just wring out, juices or powers or whatnot. Like, it makes sense. Anyways, after seeing Janima Part 2, Jimbo Jr., I don't know what to call him, we see that Sting, Rogue, and they came to the Fairy Tale Guild, and they saw that everyone disappeared because I know this hasn't been pointed out in a minute. Uh, the White Witch Toka dyed them all in white, which I don't understand what dyeing them in white means. I understand it has stuff to do with purity and like I guess erasing magic, but like they disappeared, so I don't know if that's just another side effect of her powers or some whatnot. But anyways, at the end of the chapter, it shows Toka is on a ship, I guess heading towards Giltina, and just saying how wait for me Natsu, or she still has like other people to die in white. I guess the group in Giltina to die in white. So yeah, that was the chapter. That was and like, and honest to God, I give it a 2 out of 5. And on the reason being that it it's a 2 out of 5 because like the whole mercophobia stuff just did not make any sense. Like there was just so many like retcons and just plot holes in that whole like how he managed to like survive not having zero magic. And I guess people were expecting Natsu to kill him, so I guess that's also why a reason that a lot of people would talk bad about it. But like I said, would you really want Natsu to kill a dragon god at his point? If he's going to kill any dragon god, it has to be Ignia. Because I think that's going to be like the final boss towards this whole story besides Toka. Anyways, that was the review. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, sub, share the video, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.